Man, oh man, what a night. What a night we had tonight. We had the night one of the WWE Draft. We had hair versus hair in the main event. It's time to get talking, y'all. It's Outside the Brand, episode number 59. This is your Friday Night SmackDown. I'm hearing myself. Who's echoing?
Let me introduce you to my new associate, Bad Cat Moss.
There we go.
Sometimes this guy comes in handy, especially when he keeps me happy by telling me jokes. Tell him a joke. Give him a joke. Come on, get right now.
Are we good? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
It's time to talk about things. We're here to talk about night one of the WWE Draft. We're here to talk about AEW Rampage. I'm still hearing myself echo again. Whatever. We're going to talk about it. It's time to talk about Friday Night SmackDown and Rampage. What's going on, guys? It's Phil here. Oh, shit. No, it's my fault. It's my fault. There we go.
Oh,
it was my fault.
It was you?
It was my fault the entire time. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was you.
No, that was cool, bro. You good. Well, go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
I had it open on a different browser. That's why. It's time to talk about Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Night one is out of the books. And guys, let's talk about it. I'm your host, Phil and Matt. Thank you guys so much for joining Outside the Brand tonight. Episode number 59. One more and we're on episode 60, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's talk AEW Rampage to start off. Let's get these intros out of the way and we can get started. I'm sorry about that entire intro, guys. That was freaking terrible.
How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
What's up, guys? I have not watched AEW yet. I am just now watching Friday Night SmackDown.
Hey.
So, and I do not want to talk about the beginning part of the draft.
We won't have to talk about it at some point, but we get there.
We got to. I know you want to skip it, but we have to. Well, what's up, y'all? Draft night. I missed a little bit of it, but I was good to keep. Thanks to Loft, my boy, and thanks for TikTok. Keep me updated of the first draft. I made it in time for the second round, but it was some good picks tonight. A little bit was like I'm not surprised of where they were going, but let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yo, chat. Hey, y'all do what I asked you to do, and I love you all for it. Today we push the agenda. Today's the beginning. All my soldiers have assembled. We all rise. No,
we all rise.
We're gonna talk about the show tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rampage was not. I was too excited about SmackDown. I watched Rampage. I did not see the finish of the first match. Everything else was cool. I was not into it as much as I was in the SmackDown. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but y'all know what I'm here for.
That is a damn shame. That is a damn shame because this Rampage is actually a really good show. But
it was really good.
We're here tonight to talk about not only Rampage, which is what we're going to be talking about first, but we're going to be talking about Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to go over every single draft pick that happened tonight, and we're also going to. I mean, we already did our predictions. You can go check that out in the last video. It was a crazy episode yesterday, and you guys just have to go see it for yourselves if you didn't already.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, let's talk about AEW Rampage. We'll get to the draft when we get there, and let's get right into it, y'all. Because we had 3 great matches tonight on Rampage that, honestly, any of these matches could have main evented a Rampage, and well, one of them did main event a Rampage. I meant main event a Dynamite, and it was just a very good showing by all participants on Rampage tonight. We kick things off with an opening video package, and we were just inside the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester, New York, with Excalibur welcoming us to the show. And guys, right then and there, Bryan Danielson's music hits, and we have the first match of AEW Rampage. Bryan Danielson versus Nick Jackson kicks off the show. What did you guys think about this kicking off the show? I honestly thought that this was going to be the main event because it's Bryan Danielson. But it kicked it off, and it was a really good match to kick things off with.
It was. Oh, I hear an echo. Hello?
I'm good.
Okay.
We're all good here.
Okay. But this match was good. I love. It was weird seeing one of the Young Bucks in one-on-one action instead of just being in a tag team. It was kind of odd, but I ain't gonna lie. They both put on a really good to start the show. I ain't gonna lie, and of course Bryan, technical wrestler, of course, being great at that. And it was good, and Bryan took a dub, and I loved it. It was really good, and especially at the end, which was I find a little bit hilarious, but we'll get to it. But Bryan took a dub. That was good. Good. Keep it like that. I want him to take a dub. I want to see more dubs till Full Gear against Kenny.
What's your thoughts on this match, Paul?
Left.
Unfortunately, I didn't see the finish of this match.
Okay.
I don't know who won, Phil. I have no idea who won this match.
It was Danielson.
Oh, okay, good.
Daniel, of course.
I saw the first half of it, and I was very entertained with the first half. The second half, I just got up, and when I came back, they were doing the whole another segment, so I did not see it. But at least Bryan won, so that's always good.
So, to go over the final portions of this match so that Outlaw can at least hear it in a wording kind of sense. Jackson starts blasting Danielson with kicks while he was grounded. However, Danielson hooks up and starts no-selling them, which looked great. He gets up and spits in Nick Jackson's face before going into his own firing up kind of offensive comeback as the fans cheer him on. Now he shows Nick how kicks are supposed to be done, and he does the whole yes kicks as well, blasts him over and over and over again. Danielson nearly secures Jackson in the label lock, but Jackson breaks free and the match continues. He kicks away at Jackson on the ring apron outside the ring ropes until Jackson moves and Danielson kicks the steel ring post very hard. It looked brutal. Jackson follows this up with a release German suplex on Danielson on the hard part of the ring apron. The action continues as with Jackson fighting back into the lead, but Danielson turns the tide and shifts momentum back into his favor. He grabs Jackson hits him with a German suplex on the outside. Looked great. Double arm submission, which is the cattle mutilation in the middle of the ring. The Young Buck member taps out, and the victory goes to Bryan Danielson. This is his first win as an AEW participant. The cattle mutilation is a great finisher for Bryan Danielson. We all know that the label lock will be his real finisher moving forward, but the cattle mutilation here, great finish. Great match to kick things off on Rampage.
Could he use a running knee?
Yes, he can. He has used it in the AEW already.
He's gotta.
He already has. So, but Love, that was the ending sequence of the match right there.
I found that was hilarious.
At least he won, man. I mean, I don't know where this storyline is really going as far as when the rematch with Kenny is. I heard yesterday that apparently when they have the rematch, it's not going to be in AEW. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard a report on that too. We'll actually talk about that. We'll talk about that after what happened after this match, because the Elite came out to try to help Nick Jackson. Once the match wraps up, we see the Elite hit the ring, presumably in a post-match attack on Danielson, but they crowd around the ring, and Christian Cage and Jurassic Express all come out to help Danielson in the aid. With the numbers game now even, we saw a brawl break out in the ring between every single member of the Elite and Bryan's team. Kenny Omega quickly escapes in the ring and doesn't want anything to do with anybody. Eventually, Omega decides to slide into the ring after the crowd is chanting "No Balls Kenny" or "Kenny No Balls." That's
Kenny No Balls Omega.
Kenny No Balls. Yeah, that's what they chanted, and he just decides to slide into the ring, and they actually met with Bryan Danielson. He gets Kenny into the label lock. Adam Cole is in the snare trap by Jungle Boy, and they both tap out in the middle of the ring. I'm kind of a little bit iffy on that, and I want to get your guys' opinion. Danielson already made Omega tap, and Jungle Boy, whenever Jungle Boy faces Adam Cole once again, he already made him tap out. What are your guys' thoughts on them already making them tap out? Even, I mean, it's not an actual match, so obviously it didn't count towards anything. But they made him tap out. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Just seeing Adam Cole and Kenny Omega having that moment of tapping out together is freaking hilarious. I love these guys. I love Kenny. I love Adam Cole. But come on, you have to admit they were having a blast being in this submission hold. No matter, even though they're selling it like crazy, but they're probably like having a blast with it. But it's doing really good. It's doing really good with the build up with Kenny and Bryan. I want to see more. Which we probably will see more on Dynamite. Which and then hopefully we will get Danielson and Cole eventually.
That's way down the line. Trust me, that will happen. That's way down the line though.
Yeah. And then Jungle Boy putting him in like was it a STF?
The snare trap. He calls it the snare trap, but it is an STF.
Yeah,
a version of it.
Yeah, Cole's just tapping out. I'm sorry, it was pretty funny. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But it was fun. But it's totally worth the build up.
Did you see this part, Laf, or were you just coming back to
whatever
to something else?
I still was away from the TV at this point.
Okay. But what are your thoughts on Danielson and Jungle Boy already making Cole and Kenny tap out? I mean, I know it's not for anything, but they're already tapping them out. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You don't like it?
Like, considering that, like, I want to talk about that whole article where apparently this match between Kenny and Bryan is not happening on AEW soil. Like, I just feel like you can't really have them tap out at this point already. I mean, we already saw the 30-minute classic between Bryan and Omega, and then we just saw Kenny and Jungle Boy happen 2 days ago on what the heck, on Dynamite, and Cole picked up the win there, which obviously had to happen, but I don't know. I just did not feel like Kenny and Cole should be tapping out so soon, especially if we're going to get this rematch between Kenny and Bryan, but apparently it's not going to be on AEW soil. Did you hear anything about that, Love? What's going to happen there?
I have no idea. I didn't read the report. All I saw was that
I gotta see if I can find it.
That's
What
how
were
I
you
said.
saying? I'm sorry.
Those two probably will not be. If the rematch happening, it probably won't happen in AEW. I was like, where the hell's going to happen then?
It should happen at Full Gear. It should
No,
happen at Full Gear,
I thought
shouldn't
you
it?
can do it like freaking like Japan or something. I'm like, why would you do that?
If Kenny goes to Japan,
All right, so I have the entire article right here from Ringside News. Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson tore the house down at AEW Grand Slam, but they're far from finished. Danielson wants another match against Kenny No Balls, and that's a quote from
Right.
Danielson himself. But that contest is not booked just yet. It turns out that there is an interest in holding that match elsewhere. CM Punk dropped a hint about competing in Mexico. That's interesting for CM Punk. But it might have been in just the world is wide open when it comes to the forbidden door being cracked open and AEW's acceptance of cross-promotional matchups. According to Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dorian Roldan, Triple A's booker, saw Danielson and Omega's match. He really wants to see these two battling in his company, and the fact that Kenny Omega and is the Triple A Mega champion right now could turn the contest into an actual title match. So CM Punk on Twitter said that he'd like to do a match in Mexico City with Penta and Phoenix versus he and Bryan Danielson, belts versus beard. That's interesting again. Dorian Roldan freaked out. Roldan had talked about wanting to do a Danielson challenging Omega for the AAA Mega Championship after he saw the match last week. So, guys, it might happen in AAA for the AAA title. Okay, what?
That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
That's really weird. I don't know about that one.
I mean, it's unknown if Tony Khan will actually allow this matchup to happen. But one would have to think that he might not like the idea and just try to put a stop to it so that he can have these two to himself. But because AAA doesn't market their programming to the American fans, we wouldn't even be able to see it, honestly. So that being said, it's a great big match for AAA, but we would never be able to get to see it, which I think would be a damn shame.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Not sure about that one.
Yeah. And Lord knows now that I do have some news about Tony Khan. There are some news coming out of last week's Dynamite that honestly should have happened a long, long time ago. But if you guys want, we can talk about that now. I just kind of want to get Saul's input on that Danielson-Omega match happening in AAA instead of on the AEW soil.
Well, why not for the AEW World Champion?
Listen, I mean, look, we're going to have an AEW World Championship match between Bryan and Omega at some point, but apparently right now this second match is going to be for the AAA title.
Ooh.
Or at least it's rumored to be for the AAA title.
If it's for the AAA title, please be a better referee. Because last time we saw a referee do a Kenny match, it was between him and Andrade, and we overhyped that match, and you know how that turned out. But if Bryan takes this one off of Kenny, oh boy, best believe. I mean, if they wanna have that at AAA, they're gonna have it at AAA, and I want to see. I just want to see Bryan just beat the crap out of No Balls Kenny Omega, you know. And
yeah, but the thing is, we're not even going to be able to see it. They don't promote it to here.
I can see it on YouTube, so I got nothing to worry about. And I understand what they're talking about. Just letting y'all know that.
I don't know. I don't want it to happen. I don't.
I don't either.
want it to happen.
Hey,
I want it to happen in AEW. There's no reason why this should not happen in AEW.
I do too. I want to happen in AEW, but AAA. If they want to have it at AAA, I mean, hey, at least I understand. Hey, at least I understand what they're talking about.
But now I want to move on to a story that I should have reported to on Wednesday's podcast for AEW Dynamite. But guys, this may come to as a shock to a lot of you, but this might not honestly come to a shock to some as well. Because listen, Tony Khan, as we all know, he is a pro wrestling fan first. So Tony Khan is literally running this company as a pro wrestling fan, but he knows what to do when it comes to booking and everything like that. Reports came out earlier on this week that Tony Khan is officially in full control over everything here in AEW. Now, you guys are probably wondering, wasn't he already in full control? Not really.
No.
Kenny Omega was involved in the women's division. He was the full booker over there in that regard. Nick Jackson, I believe, was in charge of the entire merchandise ordeal with his wife. I already said Nick, right? So his brother Matt is involved with the entire tag team settings and over there and everything like that. And Cody, as we all know, Cody is an EVP. He does some production. He does some producing and Gorilla with Tony in the back and all that. He does the whole backstage meetings and all that. But now it's all Tony Khan. Tony Khan has stripped everything away from the EVPs. They're still known as EVPs in the back, but they don't have any full control over what is happening on AEW week after week after week. It is all going to be Tony Khan. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, that sounds fantastic. That sounds great. Tony's a wrestling fan. Make it happen. All you gotta say about that?
Bob, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, I'm gonna just trust his judgment. Hopefully, I don't want to say knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's doing, but it's just like that's a big adjustment to make, I would say. So he can like really jumping in like head first with that, because that's like kind of what Vince is doing as well. And
right.
He gets like the brunt of everything because we know he's back there pressing the buttons and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's gonna mess up or anything like that, but only time will tell to see how far he gets as far as like how long he wants to do it, or if he wants to transfer power back to whoever was doing it before. But I trust him, so I think.
So,
Phil, you trust him?
What's up?
You trust him, right? I mean, you work with the man, right?
I trust him, but this leads me a question to you guys now. Do you think that this is a little bit too much for Tony? Because not only is he doing this, not only is he doing all of this now, but he's already trying to take taking full control over everything everything that's happening on Rampage. He is fully in control of that. He's taking control over the Dark and Dark Elevation taping. So that's 4 shows that he already has to oversee. Plus he has to do all the meetings. Plus we're in the middle of the NFL season, so he has to take care of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he has his football team over in Europe right now. So he has a lot of shit going on right now, and honestly, when it comes to everything like that, I wouldn't mind having some people helping him out every once in a while, just so that we can have like some kind of like format for AEW. Because now with him in control of literally everything, this could be a lot on this guy's plate, and Does the guy not get sleep enough as it is? This is it's going to be a lot for him to handle. That's all I'm saying. Thoughts on that?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if Tony wants to put himself into that position, I mean, it's Tony Khan. I mean, all I was going to say is that Vince could never do whatever. I'm just playing. I was like, Vince would never. What do you think, Loft? Thoughts on that? Where'd he go? Laugh.
I'm here. My fault. I'm still gonna put some kind of trust in him because I didn't know he had that much on his plate. From what
Yeah.
you're telling me. I
He
didn't
does.
know
He
he was
does.
doing all that. So
I mean, he is a co-owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, his dad is the real owner, but he's co-owner of that.
I had no idea about that. I mean, look, you put all that food on your plate, you got to eat it all. So I mean,
Right. That's right.
he did it himself. So
Word.
Yeah.
if he messes up, tough. I don't think he will, but
Nah.
we
Do
shall see.
you think all of this could be the downfall of AEW?
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
no.
Absolutely
It
not.
might lead to a little bumps in the road. Maybe.
AEW is good where it is. I don't think it's going to ruin anything.
Look, it might cause a little bumps in the road. It's not going to be
Just a little bit. I mean,
detour. You know what I'm saying, but I only time will tell. Really, we're not going to be able to tell until we're actually
man
watching.
just signed Adam Cole not that long ago, and Bryan Danielson. I mean, the man. Sure, the man's back hurting from carrying AEW and freaking Jacksonville Jaguars on his back. Don't get me wrong, but hey, he still can make things possible.
And to make things even worse, I mean, you know how how Cody used to be real good friends with Kenny and the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes' relationship with other AEW EVPs is now virtually non-existent.
Oh, shoot.
AEW is according to a report by BodySlam.net, Cody Rhodes is the only EVP to regularly attend office meetings as an office regular. Cody doesn't really have much of a relationship with any of the EVPs at this point. It was reported that the others are still great friends with each other, but Cody is very much on the outside looking in. Matt Jackson is taking care of merchandising with his wife Dana, and Nick Jackson is handling being the elite, which obviously, as we all know, one of the things that they got going on YouTube for AEW. Kenny Omega is very hands-on with AEW games, along with the AEW Women's Division. And now Tony Khan has full control over everything when it comes to bookings and the creative control for Rampage, Dynamite, Dark, and Dark Elevation. So that adds an entirely different kind of situation when it comes to the EVPs and everything in between. So this is just a very big story.
No, saying so. Cody's no longer associate with the elite.
Well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't really technically associate them with them anymore. But I mean, they can't just not talk to each other. I mean, they see each other every week they see each other almost every day of the week when it comes to AEW. So, I mean, this is just a huge story when it comes to Tony Khan and the rest of the EVPs of AEW.
But next match. Oh, what was the next one?
Well, I want you to get your thoughts on that before we move on to the next thing on Rampage tonight.
Laugh. Laugh.
I'm lagging really bad right now. Hold on.
It's Raw.
Okay. It's not that much Raw, trust me.
I know.
All right, I'm back. What was the question again?
So Cody Rhodes and the EVPs are no longer like they're not really pretty much in a virtual relationship with each other anymore. Like Cody is the only one that's really attending office meetings, and he is an office regular, but they like he's just not really associating himself with the elite anymore. They're all still great friends, but Cody's just not associating with them anymore. And with all of that being said, just this is a huge story for AEW when it comes to Tony Khan, and the EVP is not really having any control anymore. What's going on?
I mean, they're probably realizing that their brand is growing, so they're probably going to change a few things. Cody just might be in the way of some stuff, and I understand that completely. So it could be some more, but I don't think it is. It's just like the Tony thing. We're gonna have to wait and see how significant this really is. You feel me? But I don't think it's anything that deep at the moment.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. I hope it's nothing too deep because I mean, look, I don't know. Like I saw somebody in the live chat earlier. I will highlight it because I really don't want this to be the case. Shoot, where the heck did it go? Must have been really up there. Tribal Chief. Downfall of AEW has begun. I don't think this is going to be deep. But I just really hope it doesn't happen like that.
No.
Plus, like Tromel said, we're still waiting the arrival of Wyndham. So hopefully,
he's coming. He's coming, y'all.
Hopefully,
he is coming. He is heading his way.
But guys, we're gonna move on now. Those are the reports that I should have talked about on Wednesday, but I kind of wanted to bring it up here because we're still on the AEW section of the review. Now we're going to be talking about the next thing that happened here on AEW Rampage, and that, my friends, is we had Brian Cage get a message from Ricky Starks, and Starks is just driving a car and talking about being sick of Brian Cage thinking because he's a bigger man that he can just beat up most people. He is out to prove him wrong, and we head to another commercial break. Obviously, we're going to see Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks at some point. Thoughts on that potential matchup?
Oh, sorry. What was the? I'm so sorry. What was the?
Brian Cage and Ricky Starks are in a potential matchup very soon. Thoughts on that?
Oh yeah. Do I expect it to be good? Maybe. I really like Brian Cage. I really do. I do see him after he's. I do see him holding TNT champion. I could see that really, really soon. Not right now, but hopefully. But it's gonna be something special. Where you go?
I'm not too invested in this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who those two are as much as.
You don't know Brian?
No, not really.
Really? Oh yeah. You don't watch Impact. I forgot you fell off watching Impact. I was like, you didn't watch him on Impact?
That. Damn.
Him and was it him and Moose that went at it? No.
Moose.
I don't remember. I don't remember the Impact match, but like I said, I hope Brian. Like I said, I like Brian Cage. I hope he gets that push.
We also had a CM Punk the video package. What the heck is going on with me tonight? We return from break as Ricky Starks joins the commentary team, and they send us to a special message from CM Punk. He talks about how his experience is what gives him the edge over Powerhouse Hobbs at AEW Grand Slam's Rampage event that happened last week. He says that he's happy to be back, but it's about time to get down to business. He warns anyone who steps up that is whoever steps up is about to go to sleep, and that's just always going to be on the menu. CM Punk, he's just out and ready to fight whoever the heck can step up to the one, the only best in the world. So what you guys thoughts on that? CM Punk is just letting everybody take notice.
CM Punk ain't lying. CM Punk's taking all of them down. I'm expecting him to take out Team Taz all the way. Are we expecting them to have another match either this coming week on Dynamite or not?
It's not confirmed, but I want it to be CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. I think that match would be fantastic for Ricky.
Oh yeah. And does Punk go over, or does he have to put him over?
No, I think Punk would go over there, but I mean Ricky Starks is not going to look like an absolute chump. I'll tell you that. He's going to put him through a great match. But yeah. What's your thoughts on a potential Ricky Starks CM Punk kind of thing?
I have no idea who Starks is.
He was on commentary tonight.
Oh, I still have no idea. I have no idea what it is.
He's with Powerhouse most of the time too.
Oh, okay. I know him. Never mind.
Not the curly hair fluffy kid. Guy. That's Hook. Which I still don't know what the heck is Hook about, because he didn't even talk during that segment. So
I know who Hook is. Okay.
So that was Hook. But Ricky Starks. All right, I want to show you Ricky Starks now, because I know you've seen him before.
Is he about to just run through Team Taz completely?
I mean, didn't I say a couple of weeks ago that we might see him going through the gauntlet?
Yeah, you did say that.
So we might actually see that. Hold on. You're about to see Ricky Starks, people, in just a few seconds here. We'll talk about the casino ladder match that happened. That will happen later on AEW Dynamite this coming Wednesday. But this is Ricky Starks. I know you've seen him before. I know you have. You probably just don't remember.
I've seen his face before. I don't know where, but I've seen his face before.
Okay. It's gonna happen, people. I think we're gonna have a Ricky Starks versus CM Punk match at some point. We gotta fill up Full Gear. It's Full Gear. I think that would be a great match for that show. I don't really see it happening on just a random.
I hope so.
I don't see it on a random episode of Dynamite. I think we see it at Full Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, guys, we had the triple threat between the women here of AEW. We had Jade Cargill, who apparently lost legs a lot.
This was
Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa. This match was honestly really good, and the right winner came out on top here. Shockingly.
I was watching for this one. This was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa looked great, as she always does. Nyla Rose did some great spots here in this match, and Jade Cargill, guys, got the win, and she is still undefeated in AEW.
Good.
She's freaking awesome.
She is. I mean,
she's slowly becoming my favorite woman.
Thunder Rosa?
No, Jade Cargill.
Oh, Jade. Do you see her facing Britt, guys, anytime soon?
I would freaking love that. If it was a perfect world, yes. And
Phil, you expect her to face the Doctor soon?
Not yet. No, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see Thunder versus Britt at some point, and then when Thunder takes the title off of Britt Baker, because I know that's gonna be what's gonna happen. I'm prepared for that. I love Thunder Rosa to death. I think Thunder Rosa should be the one to take Britt Baker and her championship reign. But
Brett, if you're watching,
hey, listen, I'm watching out for Britt. I am, but listen, Thunder Rosa's coming for that title, and I think she is going to be the one to take it off of her.
Yeah.
But I think a match between Thunder and Jade would be great too. So you get Jade a couple more wins. You get Jade up into the championship rankings, and then we'll see Jade in the AEW Women's World Championship chase. But I don't think it's going to be happening just yet. I think we're going to be waiting until 2022 for that. What's your thoughts on that, Loff? I mean, I know you like to see it now, but
it's a long time, Phil.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, we're going to have a match between what the heck? We don't know what's happening when it comes to Britt Baker at Full Gear. We don't know what's going to happen with Britt Baker and at Revolution, but I'm thinking it's going to be Thunder Rosa at Revolution in February. So it's a long time, but I just don't know where Jade fits right now, other than the fact that she is undefeated.
I think Thunder Rosa to get the next shot only because I feel like that doesn't make any sense since Thunder just got pinned. I feel
Let me
like
take a look at the rankings right now for the women.
that means Jay goes next up, I think, right?
AEW Women's World Championship rankings. Because I do kind of want to look at this. AEW. Because if we find out the rankings right now, then we can pretty much see on where they're going to go when it comes to Full Gear. AEW rankings as of Wednesday, September 29th. Okay, so this is the full rankings as of right now. So Britt Baker, obviously the champion at 15-1 in 2021 singles competition. Thunder Rosa is number 1 at 29-2.
Oh wow.
And then it's Jade Cargill at number 2. So they're neck and neck. Jade Cargill is 14-0.
Where Ruby at?
Ruby is, well, she's not in the top 5. The top 5 are Thunder, Jade, Hikaru Shida, Tay Conti, and Chris Statlander. So those are the top 5 contenders right now.
Yeah.
So Jade is right up there, Loft, at number 2, but it's Thunder Rosa at number 1 at 29-2.
Huh. That's interesting.
So
Overall of 35-5, and Jade Cargill at 15-0 because her first match was in 2020.
I was gonna ask Loff. So who do you want to take the title off Britt? You want Jade or do you want Thunder?
Part of me, I still want Ruby. Technically, I mean, in my head, I still want Ruby, but I mean, that.
Do you think we have a match between Ruby and
Jade
and Britt at Full Gear?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. We can definitely do that. Yeah, depending on how that ends up.
I say you make that. I make that like a add a stipulation to that match. Honestly,
Yeah.
add something.
Add something to make it
like
better.
a no holds bar match or something.
The AEW Women's World Championship used to be something that nobody cared about. And now it's probably one of the most cared about things in all of AEW.
For real.
So it's going to be a great, great thing to see no matter what happens at Full Gear.
Right. But now.
Just trust me, Loft. This women's division did not look like it was going to be in this type of condition when it first started off. But now, man, this is one of the best women's divisions in all of North America.
Oh,
and I will say that.
Yep.
So we move on. Well, I do kind of want to get the ending of this match out there to you guys.
Wait, how about Sammy Guevara?
That was.
He was on Dynamite. No, not Dynamite. Rampage a little bit.
Oh.
They cut like little.
Well, we'll get there. That didn't happen just yet.
Oh, that didn't happen yet? Oh, okay.
So we come back from commercial break, and when we return from that break, we see a trash can get involved into the mix. Just great stuff. We're already getting into the no disqualification kind of things. This sees Rosa take over temporarily, but Jade turns her inside out with a big spine buster. Looked great. That slows down her momentum. The action continues as we see Nyla set Rose onto the top rope as the commentators point out that there's a table set up on the floor down below. Rosa ends up putting Rose. This is so weird. Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose. They are not putting this correctly in this article. Thunder Rosa puts Nyla Rose through the table and through the hard way from the top rope. Looked absolutely nasty. Mark Sterling hands Cargill a chair, and she starts just wearing out Thunder Rosa with it. Moments later, she scores a pinfall for the victory after hitting her neckbreaker finisher. Great stuff. Great stuff as always. And Jade Cargill continues that undefeated streak in AEW off.
Yeah.
You want to see more of her?
She's freaking awesome. She is awesome. I need to hear her on my screen every week.
Every week.
Where's Kiara at? Can someone explain that to me? I had a very, I was happy, and now I just don't see her, and I want to know where she's at. Tony, show me Kiara right now, please. Thank you. That's what I would need to see on my freaking Friday night, Wednesday night. That's what I need to see.
Monday night for Dark.
I think she was on Dark. I think on her Instagram. I think she posted. I think she was on Dark.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. I might have been tripping, but I'm pretty sure she was on Dark.
Tuesday night for Dark Elevation.
I don't know.
Hey, yo.
What do you mean?
No, I'm looking at a comment. Hey, yo.
What are y'all doing?
The bench.
Hey, yo. That's a major plus.
Yes, thank you, bro. I would.
Tromo, look at that. Moving on though, we had Malachi Black with a message to the Nightmare family. We shoot to a quick message from Malachi Black, who addresses his ongoing rivalry with Cody Rhodes and the Nightmare family following his victory at over the American Nightmare during Grand Slam, where he said, and after that we headed to the main event.
I was gonna say I love
Malachi Black's promo was great.
It's always
we had this like little dark alleyway where he was heading down a flight of stairs, just walking down, talking to us with his hands like this, just saying, "Hey, you know what? You should have ended it, but when I spit that black mist in your face,
hey, yeah,
it was over. It was over."
Hey, Phil, how about this? After he's done with the Nightmare, after he's done with the American Trash Mare, I'm gonna. How about him and Darby go at it 1-on-1?
I would not mind that at all.
I'm asking
that's up for Tony. I want that.
Loft, how would you feel about Malachi Black versus Darby Allin 1-on-1?
I don't know if I want to see Darby get run through. I feel like Malachi would just smash him.
I mean, he's already got his hands full with MJF too, and they're both on that feud right there when it comes to MJF and Darby. They're both losing right now, so one of them's gonna have to win and one of them's gonna have to lose another feud, which I don't like.
You don't want MJF lose.
Well, no, MJF should not lose right now. Definitely not. He already lost. He lost his own. He's already been losing way too much, but so has Darby. So, I mean, Darby just came off a huge loss to CM Punk too. I mean, obviously CM Punk was not going to lose that, but he's on a loss too. So, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I want to see the match. I just don't know what's going to happen. What's your thoughts on that, Law?
Laugh.
Is it my night tonight?
Yeah.
Undertaker's gonna get it.
Fuck Undertaker. He's not showing up in AEW.
No, I'm talking about Laugh. Not.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about Laugh, not freaking A-Dub. I was like, what? No, Mark's not showing up. Stay away.
Mark.
I think we're all kind of in agreement that a Darby Allin versus Malachi Black match would be great to see, but right now Darby has his hands full with MJF, and that rivalry, we literally have no idea who's going to come out on top there because of the winning situations there.
But it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen. Look, there's so many dreams. We can have an entire podcast itself just dedicated to dream matches that we'd love to see in AEW. But for right now, like, we got to space this shit out, dude. We can't just have every match that we can think of right off the bat. We have to space this shit out because we only have 4 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah, that's...
So, and again, Tromo, again, love to see it, but again, we got to space this stuff out. We did have a video package before the main event as well. We had Sammy Guevara and his AEW TNT Championship win, saying that, look, I won this championship like 5 minutes ago, and I already have some challengers in the wait. Bobby Fish challenging you this coming Wednesday to a match on Dynamite for the TNT title. It's going to be a great thing to see. MLW is walking through the forbidden door.
First of all, what I want to say is, I am proud to be Hispanic, and Sammy Guevara represent people that are Hispanic. Hit another victory, another Latino winning a championship all the time. Gets me emotional, gets me in the feel sometimes, but I always held it in. But Sammy should held on to that title for a long time, bro. I think he should not lose that title anytime soon because I want to see him have a full reign. And who's his next? And Bobby Fish and Sammy Guevara. I am going to enjoy that match when Bobby shows up. But the question is about for Bobby: is he gonna be his own self? Or is he going to join the Elite with Cole?
No, this is just a forbidden door kind of thing. This is not going to lead into anything. He's not signed with AEW. He's signed with MLW. And
it's like a one-time thing, kind of.
Yeah. It's a forbidden door kind of thing, like with the whole Minoru Suzuki, even though he's kind of stayed the course in AEW for a little bit.
Come on, keep Murder Grandpa on AEW. Come on, y'all.
I mean, this was a whole forbidden door kind of storyline until he started showing up frequently. So,
like I said, after he gets done with his injury, Tetsu Naito, show up to AEW, please.
What's your thoughts on Bobby Fish? I said Bobby Fist. Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fist.
Bobby Fish going through the forbidden door. MLW coming to AEW. Going after the TNT title with Sammy Guevara this Wednesday.
I just want Sammy to be a very long TNT champion like Miro was. I don't care who he has to be. I'm not that invested in the Bobby Fish, not going to lie to you.
I have a question.
I'm really not. But
I have a question.
Let's see what happens. I think it's going to be a good match, though. Bobby Fish is a good wrestler. I'm just not invested to him.
I have a question, though. Why do they keep changing the title?
What's up?
Yeah.
Why do they keep changing the title?
It's really just a strap they're changing. They're not really doing anything totally different. It's just a strap. I don't know why they keep changing the strap. Trust me. If I knew, I would tell you guys. But
like,
I just literally don't know.
It literally just could have just kept the red belt, but that was retired because of Brody Lee. Rest in peace, by the way. But the other one,
they retired the red. They retired the red strap Yeah, they retired the red strap because of Brody Lee, and then they changed it to black. They should have always kept it out of black strap after that. Because the
Yes,
black strap just looks cleaner that way.
it does.
But then they changed it to a green and then a white. So it's weird.
Tony, listen.
I don't know.
Make up your mind for this title.
Or at least the strap. The title you've completely like just kept the design of and everything. It's just the strap that you're having a little bit of an issue with. Just change it back to black and we'll be fine. Laugh. I know you're kind of a little bit fed up with the color changes of the strap too.
I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know why they keep changing the damn belt. I don't like that. Or the strap, I should say. Maybe I thought it was like
because the title like design and everything has changed.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean the title design hasn't changed itself. It's just the strap. They just don't know what the color of the strap should be. But guys, it's time for hair versus hair. Justin Roberts, I love you, man. I do. But he was going through hair versus hair.
Phil, you're lagging.
Hello?
I hear you.
Hello?
I hear you. You good.
Okay. When Justin Roberts was going through the hair versus hair gimmick.
Oh, sorry.
What do you mean sorry? You weren't lagging? It was me. Justin Roberts. He was saying this is a hair versus hair match. The loser will lose his hair. I'm sorry, but yes, we know. No kidding.
Yeah.
The loser will lose his hair.
The loser loses
we know.
his hair. And,
the loser loses his hair. We know. But
yeah, we know. We get it. Hey, Phil.
It was kind of just a weird thing that he was saying.
Phil, how come you were not there for that plan? Tony had that plan. Come on, Phil. Why weren't you there for that?
What do you mean? Tony had that handled.
You were at the meeting?
Tony's got that handled. Tony has full control over everything now, so he's got it handled.
So he don't need you or anything? Are you telling me he doesn't need you?
I mean, I show up in the meetings, but I mean, once he has it all planned out, he has it all planned out. I can't really change anything.
Right.
I don't have creative control anymore. He took that away from me.
Boo.
I was EVP.
Boo.
I still show up.
Hey. On the bright side, at least you still have Titus Catering.
Hey, Titus Catering's always in the venue, so
there you go. So see that makes your day a whole lot better. You got Titus Catering on your side.
Because it's time to get into the match. Very, very good match between Orange Cassidy and Jack Evans, who is fighting on the behalf of Matt Hardy, or so I thought. I thought if Jack Evans lost this, it would be Matt Hardy to get his head shaved, but apparently that was not the case. Jack Evans was fighting for his own hair. And, well, Jack Evans lost. And we had a big DDT from Cassidy, which shifts the entire offensive momentum back to his favor. Fans chanting freshly squeezed. Great stuff.
Love it.
I love the AEW crowd. As Cassidy fires up, he hits a big spot for a near fall, but Evans kicks out, and then we see Butcher, Blade, and Allie. I'm calling her Allie. I'm not calling her by that other name. Fuck that other name.
Hey. Nothing.
So we saw Allie heading to the ring. More members of the Hardy family office come out to support. I'm lagging. Sorry, guys.
No, you're all right.
To support one half of TH2. Best Friends and the Dark Order provide a human wall in front of the ring so that HFL cannot get involved. Cassidy hits a big orange punch and scores for the 1, 2, 3. Great match, and Jack Evans lost his hair.
Love the match. Love the match. I love Orange Cassidy. You know that, Phil. You know I love Fresh Squeeze Orange Cassidy. He's the best, bro. I actually liked Orange Cassidy since he started AEW, man. And he didn't take that dub and shave it in his head, bro. I was fully like, I was legit like, oh yeah. Let's see that hair. Let's see that shiny head. And I was like, I was looking at my camera. I was looking at the TV, and I was like, Stone Cold, I hope you're watching. I was like, Steve, you're gonna see a shaved head. Or I'm like, Austin, Dwayne, you're gonna see a shiny new head. You will be proud. Anyway, but this match was good. That spot that you said, Phil, was fantastic. I loved it. And I love the Superman punch that Orange Cassidy does. I love it.
It's the orange punch. It's not the Superman punch. It's a completely different thing.
I'm sorry. Completely
different thing.
I'm sorry. The orange punch. That orange punch is super clean, though. I ain't gonna lie. It is very clean. And
he does hit it really well. You have to say that, Law.
Yes. So does freaking Roman Reigns. I don't like that. He has a great character. He doesn't need to do someone else's move. I don't care what you call it.
He's been doing the orange punch for years on the indies until coming back to AEW. So it's not like he stole it. He's been doing it for years.
That's tough.
He's been doing it for years.
But
what's your thoughts on this match?
I mean,
it's a hair versus hair match. I mean,
it wasn't my favorite, but I thought Matt Hardy's hair was going to get cut as well, so I was kind of disappointed.
I'm glad.
I thought Evans was fighting on behalf of Matt Hardy. That's what this whole thing was about. But because the real rivalry is Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy, so I thought that was what was happening. But Jack Evans lost his hair.
I wanted to see Matt get his hair cut, but I mean,
I don't want that.
What,
honestly, if you want my opinion on this, I honestly thought that Orange was going to lose this. I thought he was.
Same.
Because, well, heading into this, I thought since Jack was fighting on behalf of Matt Hardy, I'm like, Matt Hardy's not going to get his head shaved, so it's obviously going to be Orange Cassidy. But he won, and I was like, all right, I guess we're getting Matt's head shaved. And it actually turned out to be Jack Evans. So I was kind of happy, but kind of disappointed at the same time. Yeah, but hey, you know what? We'll see what Jack Evans looks like this coming Wednesday on Dynamite when he actually has to shave his head because for kayfabe reasons. But that was it, guys. That was your AEW Rampage portion of the review. I do kind of want to look at the chat. We got Quincy in here, Tromel in here. We got Josh in here. As always, thank you guys so much for coming by. We got Mo in here. We got who the heck else is in here?
I miss Aiden. We're Aiden.
Anime Dark is in here.
Oh,
Tribal's in here. What's up?
I was gonna say, how would you feel if Orange Cassidy got a shot at the AEW World Heavyweight Championship? I know he already did, but if he gets that one-on-one match, and they pull the upset, and he actually wins the match,
that's like years in advance, bro.
That's like the biggest swerve in AEW history, right there.
That's years in advance, but I wouldn't mind it. And like Kenny is not going to be champion when Orange gets that shot.
How about you, Laugh?
I'm not.
I don't know how you feel about Orange Cassidy, honestly. It does not look like you like him.
Not really.
What?
He's cool, I guess.
Well, you know, like those kicks that he does, bro. Those kicks are dangerous, bro.
I tell you, I think my issue with AEW is like the superstars are either like a hit or a complete miss with me. So it's like he's in the mist column at the moment, but
can't get behind the man.
I see his vibe.
But can't get behind them. We can't get behind the man though. But go ahead.
Point is,
let's go.
Just thank you guys for being in the live chat. We right now, if I take a look at our standings when it comes to the live tonight, if I can actually.
Yeah, you can.
Take a look. I switch over to another channel of mine so that I can take a look at this. Shoot. We are at 7 likes right now. If we can get that to 10 likes before we head off the air tonight, I think that would be greatly appreciated. And you have no idea what that would mean to all of us here on OTV if we can get that like goal when we get there.
Be the wolf.
We got this, y'all. So let's get there. And now we're going to be talking about Friday Night SmackDown and the WWE Draft.
Yeah.
If you were only here for AEW Rampage, I appreciate you. But I don't know why you would leave right now because we're talking about WWE and the WWE Draft. And right here, I think we'll hear some words from Megan now because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm hoping that SmackDown's over with. All right, so we can talk about it.
Oh, boy.
Just got done with the fourth or third draft picks. It was one with Hardy in it. I think it's round 30. I can't see the round because I don't have my contacts in, so I'm partially can't see at the moment. So
you're partially blind right now?
Yes, I'm partially blind.
Can't not see. I'm legally blind.
I can't see.
I can't see.
But guys, it's time to talk about the WWE Draft. We have 16 total draft picks tonight on the actual main show. 4 rounds total, 4 picks in all of them. And we really didn't have that many matches tonight. But
not really.
It was mainly just a draft. We were all really worried about. Fuck the matches. We just wanted to know what the heck was going on between Raw and SmackDown. Now, I have to give you guys my full thoughts on this because right now, during the entire first half hour of the show, I was fucking confused as hell. Nobody wanted to give me the freaking light of day on what the hell was happening. I was in the middle of a Madden game. I was in the middle of a football game, and I had to finish that shit out before I can watch SmackDown. And during the first 5 minutes of the show, the first 4 picks were announced. I literally had no idea. People were trying to contact me during the game, and I was like, all right, what the heck is really going on here? The first 4 picks of the show were Roman to SmackDown, Big E to Raw, Charlotte to SmackDown, that's the Raw Women's Champion, by the way, and Bianca Belair to Monday Night Raw. When I tell you guys that I started my live, I already started my live, and I was in the middle of the Madden game. People were literally giving spoilers on what was happening during the actual draft portion, and then all of a sudden I just see Roman Reigns on my screen when the third quarter ended. I just had to switch because I'm like, all right, I had to figure out what the heck was going on. So I missed the entire first round of the draft, and then once I beat the guy 35-0, I switched it over.
Nice flex.
And everybody was like, Phil, what the heck's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Tell me. I couldn't figure it out.
You're like, tell me, Dad.
I could not figure it out. And then I just see Roman talking on my screen, and I'm like, all right, what's happening? What's happening? And then nobody gave me like an actual thought as to what was happening for the draft.
Oh.
I just think that they started off with the draft picks. And then they just went to Roman's promo because I feel like if they just started out with a match, then most people wouldn't have been wanting to watch it. They would have wanted to know, okay, who's getting drafted to where first.
Right.
So I feel like that's why they did the draft pick first. to
I
kick it
understand
out.
the reasonings for doing the draft pick first, but I missed the entire first round, and then nobody was giving me any context. So I was like, "What is going on?"
I
I
was trying
can
to
give
throw
you
on the show.
context
and you
about the
told
Charlotte
me.
crap.
Yeah.
And then when I was just watching, okay, well, we had those first draft picks. I do kind of want to reiterate that we had Roman being the number 1 overall pick, which
That's
we all
great.
kind of had a feeling that was
Damn it.
gonna happen. Big E, so the WWE Championship stays on Monday Night Raw as it should. Charlotte Flair, the Raw Women's Champion, goes to SmackDown, which is freaking ridiculous.
Get her off my show. Get her off my show. Trade her
It's
back.
ridiculous. And apparently Fox requested that Charlotte would to be on the show. So this is not even WWE's fault. It's because Fox, the network, wanted her.
Boo.
Man, Fox. I'm giving them
Fox, what the hell, bro? We want the man, not the queen.
And then USA kind of begged for Bianca after the Charlotte thing as well. So at least USA got what they wanted too. But guys, it's not WWE that does this. I hope you all know that. It is all the networks that do this.
Yeah.
The networks have an agenda for what they want, and that's what they get. I'm sorry, laugh.
No, I hate Fox now. No, I feel like I'm gonna hate USA on Monday, even more than I hate USA. That sounds crazy and out of context. I'm gonna be very mad at the USA Network on Monday.
WWE doesn't do these picks. It's Fox and USA, and they have their agenda on what they want, and WWE has to apply them because they got their multi-year deals.
So what did they see in Charlotte that anybody on the roster doesn't have? Because she's literally the least charismatic out of everyone in the roster.
You asked me.
Don't know. Maybe my guess is because USA is tired of her shit and they're tired of her trying to compare herself to her father after most likely everything that had happened. So USA doesn't want shit to do with her. So where else do they look? They say, "Oh, Fox, you have this bitch."
Yes.
She literally said "woo" after her promo.
Yeah, like
I know she did. I was like, what the hell? So I think that's why they USA gave her to Fox, because so that way she can use that.
Nice.
Boo.
So
I fucking hate Fox right now. That's some
so.
bullshit.
When it came to the Roman and Paul Heyman promo, Reigns hands the mic to Heyman, and Heyman says that the crowd's cheering is not loud enough for the tribal chief. Heyman says that it's no surprise who the number 1 draft pick is. Heyman says that the demon went up against the exorcist named Roman Reigns, and Heyman also said that Reigns is now looking forward to Crown Jewel. Heyman says that the Beast of Suplex City will come up to the Suplexorcist, which that's not even a word, but
I want to oh, don't say that, Heyman. Don't say that.
I don't even think that's a word. I mean, he just made that shit up. The Suplexorcist? What?
Nope.
I mean, it works because it's Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman can literally get anything over. But he says that, and Reigns will remain the Universal Champion as he smashes Brock Lesnar. And again, pause, but it's what he says now. So we're gonna have to stick to it. Well, he said that Roman was gonna smash Brock Lesnar. So
and then
Hey, whoa.
But then, Brock Lesnar, jeans, ponytail man, makes a surprise appearance. He does his whole little shtick. He does his whole little bouncing up and down kind of shoulders kind of thing, and then he does his pyro shtick. The pyro actually worked this time. Usually they don't do the pyro, but today they did the pyro, and it was great. So Brock Lesnar comes out, and he enters the ring. Lesnar gets right in Reigns' face, and the two stare down at each other. Reigns throws the first strikes. We are getting crown jewel early as they brawl in the ring. Reigns rolls out, and the Usos run in, and immediately both get suplexed. Reigns climbs back onto the apron, but decides, we're going to do this on my own time. We're doing this on my own time. I'm the tribal chief. You're just fucking Brock Lesnar. I don't listen to you. I don't listen to you. I'm the tribal chief. We do this on my own time. He F5s Jimmy, and then he does the same thing to Jay. And that's it. Reigns is walking to the back, pissed off, as he should, because Paul Heyman knew what the heck was going on, and he did not tell his tribal chief. You gotta tell your tribal
Paul.
chief.
What the fuck, bro?
Roman was terrified.
You gotta tell him. Man, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell your tribal chief that Brock is here, bro. The fuck is wrong with you?
Well, if you gotta tell your tribal chief that somebody's gonna be here, you just can't hide that.
I know exactly what Paul's about to do. He's about to, as soon as Crown Jewel happens, he's about to make a really big choice over who he wants to be who he wants to be the advocate for, because and so many times you can ignore Brock Lesnar being on the show. You can't just not tell Roman he's going to be on the show, as if Roman can do anything about that. But Roman looks scared. I still think Roman's going to beat him, but he looked freaking terrified.
Josh, most likely you will see that at Crown Jewel. Most likely.
Megan, Paul Heyman did not tell his tribal chief what's up. What the hell is up with that?
Okay,
Yeah, what's
so
up?
after all that, oh, sorry. Anyways, I honestly
think Roman was on her screen and she got hypnotized.
No, Becky's theme played, and I seriously thought, oh shit.
So it was Becky and she got hypnotized.
I thought someone was texting me, but then I'm like, oh, it's just Becky. Never mind.
It was Becky and she got hypnotized. Same thing, really.
Hey, she's my sister. She's my girl.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah, don't be a hater.
Hey, listen. I get hypnotized whenever I see Britt Baker on the screen, so I feel the same way.
Hey,
I don't roll that way, so.
Hey, I get hypnotized when I see Sasha. So.
Where's this going?
Wait, what? Okay.
Whoa,
Just tell me what you think about Paul Heyman not telling the tribal chief what's up.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Can I please say it?
Go ahead.
Go.
What I think is happening is Heyman is slowly starting to turn on Roman, very slowly. It's not because he hasn't told Roman shit, and Roman's noticing that, and he's getting pissed because as the tribal chief and Heyman as a special counsel, then the special counsel needs to be telling the tribal chief about all this, and he's not doing it when he used to. Now that Ponytail Man is here, then he just hasn't been the same. He's been really off lately. So I seriously think by Crown Jewel, something's going to happen.
Now,
Josh.
Yes.
You're a part of Roman's life 24/7. We all know this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a part of Roman's life 24/7. Which means you see Paul. You
Yeah.
see Paul.
I do.
You see Paul. like John says, yeah, tell Paul that he's slipping. Tell him that he's slipping. This is not right.
Paul knows
this
is not right.
I already had a talk with Paul, and Paul knows that if he F's up, then I am coming for him, and he's already afraid of me as it is. So if he F's up, then I already told Roman too. I'm like, something's gonna happen. I'm just forewarning you.
What?
And the Usos step back. And the Usos step back. They're like, he's all yours. He's all yours.
What? Really?
What
Really? You gotta get this guy out of the chat.
What I
You gotta
do?
get this guy out of the chat right now.
What I do?
Hey,
You
yo.
gotta get this guy out of the
Who this
chat.
man?
Roman is going to
Who this
Sioux Falls
man?
City.
Who are
Please
you?
get him out of the chat because
Get
I
this man
mean,
out of the chat.
Nah,
I
Right?
have
his hands
no
keep him
idea
in.
who. I have never met this man in my
Oh,
life.
boy.
Who is this?
Get
I
the
know
fuck
him.
out of my chat.
Ooh.
Get the fuck out, bro.
Keep him.
Who the fuck is this
Keep that guy
man?
right
Lock-
Who
there.
the fuck do you think you are?
Going to
Roman.
Sioux Falls
Phil,
City.
Phil, you know this man? You know that man? I don't know who that man is.
Get
I've
the
never seen
fuck
that man.
out of my
in damn-
chat.
Who the hell is that man?
You know exactly who I am.
Get the
Oh, I know who you are.
Acknowledge
I-
him too.
The man.
the
I want
guy.
to. You have twin. You have a twin. Are you telling us you have a twin brother, bro?
He is me and I am him.
Ah, right.
But guys,
Shut up.
we had a Charlotte segment. We don't give a shit about that, so let's move
Boo.
on.
Whoa.
Who invited her?
We had Kevin Owens taking on Happy Corbin, and this was really quick.
Honestly,
Why?
not,
Why did this have to be that quick?
Pointless.
not surprised.
Happy Corbin won too. Like, why? Why?
Kevin Owens is leaving so fast.
I'm not. We took a dub. Happy Corbin took a dub.
Listen.
Woo! I'm just playing.
Listen, this proves to me right here that Kevin Owens is going to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
Raw.
most likely.
He's going to Raw.
He has to.
Well, yeah.
You're not. Listen, they usually say, hey, fuck you. You're gonna lose on your last night, and we'll just ship you on to the other brand. So yeah, I think he's gonna go to Monday Night Raw.
And that's Fox for you, bro. That's how Fox says Kevin Owens, bro.
I hate Fox. I hate Fox. I do not like Fox.
Nobody likes Fox.
So we're back live with the Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown general managers, Adam Pearce and
Yes.
Sonya Deville, as they reveal the second round of the WWE Draft. Pick number
Yeah.
1, Drew McIntyre to Friday Night SmackDown,
Not surprised.
which, yeah, we pretty much knew was going to happen. Wherever Roman was going to go, so was Drew. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle go to Monday Night Raw, so they stay as Raw Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Okay,
Makes sense.
bro. Okay, bro. Bro.
Pick number 3, SmackDown gets the rest of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. I told you right from the get-go they were going
I
to split
told
them up.
you. What did I tell you? Lock, look at me. What did I tell you?
I
They
don't
were gonna-
care. That's
Oh,
They were gonna
and
split
by the
them up.
way,
They were gonna
that whole
them up.
New Day, her business kind of thing that they were starting on Monday Night Raw, yeah, that can't happen anymore. So I knew it was going to be a one-time thing. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Vince and Bruce Pritchard.
wow.
I knew it was going to be a one-time thing. I just knew it.
Hey, did I call it though, Loft? Didn't I call it though that they were gonna split them up though again?
I knew it was going to be a
If
one-time
you
freaking
think
thing.
that is a good decision, then I have to
It's
talk
not
to you
like a
about it.
decision. I understand that, but did I call it though? Didn't I call it they were gonna split up again?
I'm disgusted.
Did I or did I
What was
not?
the point of you cashing in on Bob then, Phil? Listen.
We don't know where
Bob,
Bob's
he was going to cash in on Bob. He was going to cash in on Bob, and we all knew this. Saul didn't want to believe it, but I think in the back of his head he knew that it was going to happen.
No, like I feel like it should have been Roman.
It should not have been Roman.
They
He would've
would have
lost
lost their
to Roman.
minds at this point if he was freaking Universal Champion right now.
He would have lost to Roman, and we all know that.
That shit is not gonna work.
I knew the whole Hurt Business New Day thing was going to be a one-time thing. It was going to be a one-time thing, and now we're not going to be able to see it.
Josh even wanted it to be Roman.
So we had that. Drew McIntyre's interview backstage says that he is excited to be on SmackDown, where it really all began for him. He brought up that SmackDown was the place where he started, and he had some unfinished business here. Drew calls out the Bloodline and says that he's coming for the Universal Championship. So we all knew this was coming. Turns out that the sword pointing to Big E is not going to happen. Because we're not getting Drew versus Big E. We're gonna get Drew versus Roman at some point too, which I also knew was gonna happen. Drew McIntyre already getting back into the world title picture.
Yay.
Boo. No. How many times do I have to see Drew go for a world title?
Huh? What?
How many times do I have to see Drew go for a world title?
You're gonna see it, bro. It's not.
And if they even think of having him beat Roman, I'm going to snap.
Yeah,
So
that's
will I.
ridiculous.
That's going to be a bad job. I don't like that.
Maybe
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Like, I know since the RK Bro is on freaking Raw, and I know the Black Usos were staying on SmackDown, obviously, but they done this once before with John Cena. If you think about it, he went to SmackDown first, and then he got drafted back to Raw. So what if?
Please, God,
Just
Megan, stop.
what if? Listen to me,
Don't do that.
please. Can I?
Go ahead.
I know where you're going with this, but I'll let you finish your thought.
What if they could let RK Bro go to
Go
SmackDown
ahead.
and the Usos go to Raw?
Oh wait, I didn't
That's-
think you were gonna. I didn't think you
Oh,
were
I was
talking
gonna
about
say I
that.
wasn't
No.
even gonna bring up Roman. I know Roman's gonna stay on SmackDown, but he told Heyman to ensure that the Usos stay on SmackDown with him, or Roman can go to Raw. Just
Yeah, no.
what if that's gonna happen? Because Heyman couldn't do it, and so that is also gonna further lead to either Roman firing Heyman or Heyman turning on Roman. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I think that is something that we are going to be talking about for a little bit here on this podcast. But I didn't think you were talking about them. I thought you were going to be talking about Drew saying, "Oh yeah, he's dropped to the SmackDown," but because of what was happening with him and Big E, he gets drafted back to Monday Night Raw, which would be freaking terrible. So I literally don't know where the hell he's going. But just don't involve him in the world title picture, please.
I mean, I can see that happening.
Motherfucker.
I mean, also, if you think about it, if you truly think about it, the draft doesn't go into full effect until after Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
So they can still have the feud, and Drew can still have the title if he freaking wins it. And if he does win it, then we know Roman is on Raw then.
We might see Drew versus Big E at Crown Jewel for the WWE title, and then once he loses that, hopefully, then he'll be going to Friday Night SmackDown right after Crown Jewel. So, yeah, the entire draft picks that happened tonight don't even come into effect until the 22nd of October. And that's 3 weeks from now. Well, Saul, you're lagging a bit. A lot, actually. Loff, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, the draft picks don't even come out until the 22nd. And that's when we see the new rosters.
I just hope they don't switch what they're doing. I don't know. I hope they don't switch it. I really hope they don't switch it because everything kind of worked out the way it was supposed to tonight. So I know we have 3 weeks in between that for it to be actually official, but I hope they don't mess it up. I really hope not. I don't know.
So it's still lagging a lot for you, bro. We'll get his stuff sorted out, yo. But we're moving on as we had Edge in the ring talking about everything, and this segment was freaking perfect. I loved everything about this segment. Loff, what are your thoughts on this segment as a whole as we get down to the nitty gritty of breaking it down?
I thought that was absolutely hilarious stuff. Getting all in freaking Edge's house. I thought that was
fantastic.
Absolutely hilarious. I know a lot of people don't like Seth as this gimmick, and I'm not even the biggest fan of it.
I love it. I
mean,
love this whole entire thing.
It had its bright spots, and this is a huge bright spot for it because I thought this was just absolutely.
We good?
We're good now. We're good.
Okay, sweet. So where were we? I'm sorry.
We're on the Edge segment, but I'm hearing an echo now.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know.
We good?
I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on the Edge segment. What's your thoughts on this entire Edge segment before we break it down?
We're talking about Edge and Seth.
Edge and Seth Rollins stuff. Yeah.
Okay, can I say something about that? Why did that bring me back when Seth was
the John Cena one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most likely, yes. I wanted to say that, but thanks for taking the words out of my mouth, Phil. What the fuck? Anyway.
I knew you were thinking about that one.
I did because
that was with
like Rollins went to his house, and I was like, that kind of reminds me when Edge went to Cena's house and did the exact same thing. It was Edge and Cena. That's it.
So
pretty much Seth copied Edge. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
like you said, like
it was freaking fantastic.
It was really fantastic, and just going into his house, and he's like, Beth, and then he's like, you left the door open. And he goes, no wonder you're living in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, sad.
We'll break it down in a second, but Meg, what are your thoughts on this entire segment as before we break it down? This was fantastic to me.
The Seth segment?
Yeah, Seth and Edge's stuff.
My God. It was funny at the same time, but
I was laughing out loud the entire time, Megan. Like, I was bawling.
I'm like, oh my God, only Seth with this, and then he started eating their food and everything. I'm like, oh God. But
and I have to tell you this right now. I watched the Seth Rollins Broken Skull sessions. Megan, I told you right from the jump that it was Becky Lynch doing all of his suits. And I was goddamn right.
Shit. You called that shit.
Oh wait, he actually said it's her.
Yes, on Broken Skull session.
I haven't finished the episode yet.
So wait a minute.
Shit.
Well,
I'm
watching it now. I was watching. I just haven't had time to actually finish it. Did he say like in a joke, or is he being serious?
It's her and her stylist. So you'll hear it, but
because I know that he can joke a lot, so that's why I'm like, is he joking or
no? I was just saying that as like his entire shtick the entire time ever since becoming the Messiah with the crazy suits. I'm like, there goes Becky again. She's just making out these crazy suits, but it actually turns out to be her and her stylist. So you'll hear it and you'll hear the scenario and all that. But it's
wait a minute.
Okay,
I called it right from the jump.
This whole segment of Seth going to Edge's house reminded me a lot of when Triple H went to Randy Orton's house.
Oh,
to Randy Orton's house too. Yeah,
it reminded me
of a lot of stuff like that. Man, but let's break it down, y'all, so that everybody can figure out what the heck is going on.
You're gonna call your girl after this. You're gonna be like, oh, what was Seth doing at Edge's house?
And there was a reference that Edge made after Seth Rollins was in Edge's house that a lot of people had their Meg, if you know what this means, there you go. It just went right over their head. But shout out to Jeff Dunham real quick.
Yeah.
So Edge was coming out here. He was talking about Rollins, and he said that he was stretched out of the most famous arena of Madison Square Garden. Said that he is on his way to becoming 100%, but Rollins knows exactly what he's doing. Rollins appears on the Titantron, and Rollins says that he must admit that he is impressed, and he just didn't believe Edge when he said that he was going to show up on SmackDown. Rollins says that he is an honest man and that he is not at SmackDown, but he is standing right in front of Edge's house. Edge immediately runs out of the ring and into the backstage area, and we just see Rollins knocking on the door. So at least he was being polite. He was knocking on the door.
At least he knocked.
But as he was knocking, the door opens. The door opens. The door is wide open and it's unlocked. Rollins walks around the house and begins to go through the house, yelling for Beth and the kids and all of that. But he ends up in the kitchen. Says that this is a nice freaking house. Pat McAfee on commentary, greatest commentator of all time, saying that we are doing an episode of Cribs in Edge's house. Fantastic line, as always. And Rollins walks through, opens up the fridge, grabs an apple and some OJ. Just an apple and orange juice. He's just gonna have a little bit of a snack. And
So wait a minute. So apple and so he had apple. So pretty much he had fruit. Pretty much he just had
he just had
orange
an
juice.
apple and orange juice. Had an apple and orange juice. So just some great stuff there. He sits at Edge's seat, which is the head of the table. So there was a little bit of a euphemism when it came to Roman Reigns there as well, sitting at the head of the table. So Rollins insults the children's art and says that they don't have a future when it comes to their art skills. Rollins continues to walk through Edge's house and sits in the chair that is in an office room while laughing, eating his apple, and drinking his orange juice from the carton. So there's that. And just shown on the phone with his kids. With his kids and Beth.
If you want to, this is what reminds me of.
I know.
It reminds me of.
I know. But it's just shown on the phone and with Beth, and he says, "Look, listen, you gotta go to your brother's house. You gotta go to your brother's house right now. Seth Rollins is in the house. Just get the kids and go to your brother's house. I'm gonna call. Shoot, what were the names? I'm gonna get these names right, y'all.
Right, David
and
well, no, not his kids. He said that he was gonna call two people to
David and Bryan, I think.
I
know David was one of them.
I know David was one of them too.
David and Bryan.
That's it.
David and Daniel. That's it.
Daniel.
It's David and Daniel. Which
Go to Jackson.
So he said that it's David and Daniel. What Josh comment? There are three in the.
It says Edge calling Daniel Bryan and Dave Bautista so to keep his family safe.
Actually, that's not the two people that he was talking about, though. He was talking about two people in AEW.
Yeah.
He was talking about FTR.
Yeah.
He was talking about FTR because their real names, Cash's real name is Daniel, and Dax's real name is David. Yeah. And they are real great friends with each other inside and outside the ring, FTR and Edge. Edge is obviously one of their inspirations when it came to their tag team wrestling styles and all that. So he said, yeah, I'm going to call David and Daniel to get Rollins out the house. And you know what? This one makes it even better because after that, FTR, both people, tweeted after that saying, hey, I'm going to get this guy out of your house. Don't worry. So they even kept it in storyline. They tweeted out after that, which is great. That's great. I mean,
it's not Daniel Bryan and
it's not going to open the forbidden door, trust me, but listen, at least they were at least they were smart enough to keep the whole kayfabe of the story alive, and they tweeted out saying, "Don't worry, bro, we got you." And obviously, it went from there. But yeah, Edge said a great line on the phone. He's like, "Ed, I don't give a damn about the groceries. Go to your brother's house now."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't give a damn about the groceries. Go."
She's probably like, she's like, oh, you want me to pick you up some donuts? She's like, I don't give a damn about fucking groceries or fucking donuts right now.
Like, I don't give a damn about the groceries. Go. Get them and go. So
She's probably like,
overall,
bring me back some more.
the segment was
She's probably
great,
like,
and I can't wait to see what happens.
Phil, she was probably like, you want me to bring you back some more orange juice after what you saw?
Fuck the orange juice. Go. Well, overall, this segment was great, and I just can't wait to see what happens here. What do you expect this match to be when this third and final match happens?
I don't even know. This is
Because there has to be some kind of story. Well, at least stipulation.
Edge has to do something else. I don't know what he can possibly do to Seth, but he needs to like. I don't know, because I feel like Edge went to the deepest parts of his freaking mind to do the first match, so it's like I don't know. I don't know where you go from here. I have no idea. I think Seth went as far as possible, so it's like Edge has to like kill him. Like I don't know. I don't know what he has to do.
What?
Edge has to do something nuts. He has to do something nuts because Seth just literally went in his house and sat at his table. That's crazy. I don't know what Edge
And
did.
didn't he say last week saying like I'm gonna find where you sleep or something like that? So obviously he kind of figured it out.
You know,
He did.
if he got in if he went upstairs and went in their bed, I think that would have been I thought he was gonna do that when he
That
like
would
went
have
through the
tasted
steps.
cake. That would have made it even better. Like
I would have lost my mind. I thought he was gonna go that far, but I mean, I was hoping for something like that, but he definitely did. This whole segment was freaking perfect.
Megan, what's your thoughts on this match? It's going to be a third and final match, but what match do you want it to be in?
I can see it being a no DQ match just because Seth drug Edge's family into this, and you never to mess with the man's family. I mean, hell, freaking Edge got Seth and Becky's daughter into this one time, and Seth was pissed, so he knows what it's like. But I think if they do the no DQ match, then maybe Beth Phoenix will come out and help Edge and just start going all mama bear mode on freaking Seth.
Somebody was saying in my live that we might get to see Becky and Seth versus Edge and Beth.
They actually that will not happen because Seth actually said that working with Becky was good, but it was weird at the same time because their characters don't exactly align. Now they are both heels, yes, but they don't ever go meet up with each other. Their characters don't do that. So I know that from what Seth said, that will not happen.
It was uncomfortable seeing it on TV, and it was obviously uncomfortable working together in the storyline that they were in when it came to Corbin and Lacey Evans, if you all remember that.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about that because that was when he who shall not be named is going to be a little and cash in on Seth. I'm not even. Nope.
Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable time when all that happened. But Josh, I completely agree. I said this right from the jump. An ambulance match has to be the case. He sent Edge in an ambulance, left him around for 3 weeks to try to get himself back into it. I think an ambulance match would be perfect for Crown Jewel. Because I think this match is happening at Crown Jewel. We just got to figure out when. Or for what match, honestly. Not when, but for what match. But We had a match that didn't even really become a match, as Liv Morgan took on Carmella in a worthless thing. Carmella had some random ass face mask on that did not look appealing, so much so that the crowd chanted, "You look stupid." And she did.
Yeah, she
Thoughts
looked
on that?
weird. I didn't know what they were doing. I thought she was going to turn around with the full Cody Rhodes mask, and then she just has this little pasty thing on. I don't know what that was.
You're good. You're good, so.
Okay.
I don't know what her vibe was.
First thing I want to say is, what the hell was on her fucking face? And literally, when Liv was going there, I was like,
shit?
"What the fuck is that? What is that? You trying to be fucking handsome, Squidward?
That's bad.
What is that, Megan?
What is that? What is that?
No, honestly,
Is this some kind of facial mask that girls wear?
no, it's not a facial mask. I mean, it can be, but it looks like one of those ones that those TikTok girls use when they were doing like makeup, and they just do.
Of course, it's from
random
TikTok.
stuff. That's what it looks like to me.
Of course, it's from TikTok.
Wait a second. Corey Graves, what the hell? What the fuck was she wearing? That's why.
Listen, this is not Corey's fault. You can't blame Corey for this. Garbage.
Really can't.
No, I'm going after Corey. Corey, what the hell was
I
that?
blame Corey for anything.
Why are you guys blaming Corbin? Corey, this is not
I
Corey.
don't even like Corey.
This isn't Corey's fault.
He starts screaming every time Carmella comes out. So
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but Corey isn't on this show.
nah, he
Nah.
definitely texted and said, "Nah, put on the mask."
Yeah. He's like, put that fucking mask on. No one wants to see that.
This is not Corey's fault.
I don't even care about that. Why did Liv look freaking extremely weak in this? This is why.
For real. The man look weak.
I mean, look
What
at
is
that surprised look on her face. Like, what the hell is this? Even she didn't think that this was going to happen.
What you want?
Good question,
Like
Phil.
I said, they had her win one match, and now they're most likely still punishing her for everything that had happened with Ruby.
Yeah, but this is not her fault. Like,
Right.
I know it's not her fault, but she was associated with Ruby for so long that he can't really punish Ruby, so he has to go to Liv.
yeah, but if that's really the case, that is some really fucked up petty shit.
And laugh. No, not laugh. Phil. Phil, you know Vince was probably having a blast seeing Carmella's face, that mask on there. I'm like, Vince, what the did you make her wear?
I mean, Megan, I'm not saying that you're wrong here. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you're right. I think this is kind of a punishment kind of thing when it comes to Liv Morgan, but that is some really petty shit.
Very petty.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is if that's the case. It just crossed my mind like that. I don't know if it's what's happening or if this is supposed to be the start of her big push finally, but I honestly don't know.
I'm scared for y'all. I'm scared for Liv.
Lop, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, this honestly does seem like in a way to punish Liv Morgan for what Ruby was doing in AEW.
I really hope to God it's not, because Liv does not deserve that in the slightest. It could very be it's probably a possibility. It's one of the biggest. It looks like it could be that. I hope it's not. I hope and pray it's not, but it definitely looks like it can be exactly what Megan said. I don't know. I hope they don't make this into a Liv goes to Raw situation, because Liv is gonna get lost in the shuffle, because we all know the Raw Championship is not going to be anywhere near her if Becky goes over there and if freaking Sasha goes over there. I still don't know what they're doing on Monday with that. So it's like, I want her to stay on SmackDown, but you can't put her in segments like this. You just can't do it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I thought they were going to have a match. I'm like, why are we seeing these two fight again? and then it just ends with Liv being freaking demolished in the middle of the ring.
Right.
I don't get it.
It's just some really petty shit that you
Yeah.
like. If that is really the case and she's getting punished all because of that shit, that's just not. We got some major issues behind closed doors in WWE if that's really the case.
Yeah.
Somebody said in the live chat, and I do kind of want to highlight it, Liv should leave WWE to go to AEW, join her, but I tried to look up Liv Morgan's contract. I can't find it anywhere. So obviously she's still signed for the next few years. So it's going to be a long time if that's the case. Round 3 happened after the whole stuff with Carmella and them. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, that's what Riddick Moss is going by now, is staying on SmackDown. Pick number 2 for Monday Night Raw, Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH.
Oh, here we go.
Number 3, guys, to SmackDown, which I had a feeling, and I called it.
Hit the jackpot. We hit the jackpot for my boy, Love. Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
And if you didn't know,
now you know.
That's it, guys. Hit Row was on SmackDown.
SmackDown hit the jackpot right there. I'm sorry, Laf, but that was the best draft pick SmackDown could ever pick.
I feel you.
And then number 4, to kick things off for Monday Night Raw, guys. We got the Bearcat.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that
at all. What the fuck? What the fuck, Phil?
I didn't like that.
What the fuck, Phil?
I still don't like the name. It doesn't fit his team.
No, me neither.
Dang, I thought you guys were gonna be hyped with me. God damn it! I guess I'm the only one that's hyped about Bearcat coming to Raw. But
yes,
yeah, you are. That fucking
in reality, though, this
I
Bearcat thing
was
sucks.
already on Raw to begin with.
Yeah,
he was on Raw to begin with, so yeah, he just stays.
Okay.
But yeah, in all reality though, and all jokes aside, this Bearcat thing really does suck. I don't care if it's for a wrestler all the way back in the 60s or whatever the story is with it. He did not come up with this shit. He couldn't have.
There's no way.
How do they fuck this guy up?
I don't
You
know.
don't need to add a nickname to him. You don't. I'm sorry, Megan.
No, you're good. I just don't like it either. Like, it doesn't fit who Keith Lee is. Like, I've seen him in NXT for a little bit, and I've seen what he's like when he went up to the main roster. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I really wish Keith Lee would have went to SmackDown because I really want to see Roman versus Keith Lee. Ever since they had that standoff in 2019 of Survivor Series, I've been wanting to see that match.
I did too.
But I just don't like this whole Bearcat thing either. Like, it doesn't fit who he is. And they're just saying that Keith Lee came up with it, so that way people don't hate on Vince or creative team for coming up with it.
Fuck Vince and fuck Bruce and the creative team for giving me that name.
I will go and I will be the new creative team.
Yes, please. Please. Megan, please.
That was a great
I
idea,
will
damn it.
go with you and freaking wreck everybody that's in the creative team. Like, Megan, it's all yours now.
I'll
A
make everyone
monkey.
leave.
A monkey could come up with a better name.
Hey, you better bring your husband too. Because he needs to. He's destroying the creative team too.
Oh, he has his own. stuff that he comes up with, so he's good.
Okay. Cool.
I seriously don't know, guys, but and the fact that he came out with a singlet with bear claws wrapped around it, which made it even look even worse. You have a man wear a black singlet with pink bear claws wrapping around it. What the shit? Laugh. The fuck is that?
Bro.
Pink bear claws.
I'm trying to let him rock right now. I want him to go to SmackDown. I wanted exactly what I want Keith and Roman to.
I want Bask in His
destroy
Glory,
each other.
Limitless Keith Lee
But
on
Limitless is
SmackDown
not
in the
going to be
beginning.
limitless anymore. He's limited on Monday Night Raw. He's
I know
limited.
We've been
He's not
telling her
limitless.
that, Josh. We've been telling her that. We have been telling her
I've been
that.
telling Megan that for months to move down here. Well, up here.
Hey. I might be moving sooner. So, yeah.
Let's go. Come to Connecticut.
Hey.
Maybe.
Some possibility.
Okay.
Fuck maybe. Do it.
He's like, do
Where
it.
am I going to stay? I need to find a place first. Damn.
We can help you over here at the We Met Residence. We can help you.
we can accommodate you.
We'll figure it out.
He's like, just come to Connecticut. Take over the creative team.
Do the hard part first.
There's a house near my street that's going for sale soon.
Yeah, that'd be
I'll call the landlord. I'll call the company. I'll call the residence people.
That's freaking good.
Oh my
I drive by that house every single freaking day on the way to work. I got you.
He's like, just come to Connecticut. He's like, just come to Connecticut, damn it.
Oh, crazy.
Then we had this random 8-man tag. Took 5 minutes out of the card. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Street Profits and New Day retain. Well, not retain, but win.
Yeah.
What?
Imagine quadruple championships on WWE.
Hey, yo.
That would be fucking terrible. Keith Lee's girlfriend, Mia Yim. Yeah, we don't know where she's at. We don't.
Is she preggo?
No.
Uh-uh.
No. They just haven't used her ever since they took away the Reckoning gimmick from her. So, good job, WWE.
I don't care what Roman says. Tell him you want to move to Connecticut.
You want to move to Connecticut. Listen. Joe can stay in Pensacola, but Meg has to come to Connecticut.
I ain't leaving my husband. No, he has to come
She's
with
not
me.
leaving her
Meg is
man.
right. I'm not leaving him.
He's
No.
going with her. She's going with
You think Roman would want to leave the warm weather of Pensacola, Florida, to the cold ass weather here in Connecticut?
Okay, well, how about this? I will get a private freaking jet where I will live in Pensacola, and then I will fly to Connecticut. Back
There
You
you
to
go.
fly to Connecticut every week?
I mean, wait, listen. I can travel with WWE and still do creative team over distance.
Listen. As long as somebody gets your plane ticket, I guess you don't have to
I
pay
got
out
you.
of pocket.
I got you.
That's going to be a lot of money you're paying for us all every single week. So
All right. All right. That's all right.
That's a freaking band, bro. You ready to do that?
I'll be prepared.
I feel it.
First of all, I have to say this. Either Montez Ford is really injured with those ribs, or he's just really selling it well. Because when he was really trying to do his dances after the thing, he was like, it looked like he was fucking hurt.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
He has to be really hurt because that shit. he can't be selling it that well.
I think he's just.
I think did Otis squash him again or what?
Well, no, I mean he had some really bad spots in this match that targeted the ribs and all that.
There were
but,
botches in this match.
I mean, I really didn't see shit like that, but you always look out for that. So if you did, you saw it. Round number 4 though happened, and this is where the man, the myth, the legend, Jeff gets drafted. Naomi goes to Friday Night SmackDown. Sonya Deville was not happy about that.
The look on her face, he's like,
she was legitimately pissed off.
I
don't want to.
Yeah, I'll look at her and be like, bitch, read the card.
Like, Adam, I don't want to announce this shit. Why the heck do I have to do it? And he's like,
I was
just
like,
fucking do it.
Who's
bitch.
coming? Who's coming to SmackDown?
Just do it. Like, come on. And he's like, all right, yeah, sure, Naomi. That's and that's exactly how she said it, too. And he's like, yeah, Naomi. That's it. Adam Pearce was looking at her like, you? Adam Pearce was looking at her and was like, you mother... I'm going to talk to you later in the office.
You're going to fight. They're going to fight.
The next one is Dominic and Rey Mysterio go to Raw. They did not split them.
What the
It's
fuck?
not Splitsville.
That's bullshit. You should have split.
And Loft is either just mocking me.
No, because no one listens to
Or-
me when I say so.
That's some bullshit.
No one don't plan, but no, I
No.
over the past few days, y'all kind of made it seem like it made sense. Like they could have figured out a way to do it, but I still don't want them to break away right now. I don't
Why?
think Dominic's ready. I don't think Dominic's ready.
Dominic is not ready to be split up yet.
Wait
He's
a
not.
minute. Does that mean Sami Zayn has to go to Raw to encourage him to turn heel?
We can probably see that coming too.
Mhm.
On Monday, we'll probably see that. But number 3, I was marking out on the live, doing everything that I possibly can to almost ripping my both shoulders out of its sockets. But I was just doing this shit. I was doing it.
Right.
I was really hyped. I was tore both shoulders out of their sockets, but you know what? I don't give a shit. It's Jeff freaking Hardy, bro. Jeff Hardy's on SmackDown.
That's right.
What we all wanted.
Yes.
This is what I've been waiting for my whole life.
Hey, Loft, does it feel like home? Does it feel like home?
Bro, I almost cried.
No. How about this? Does it feel like Loft, does it feel like you were a little kid again?
You said what?
Does it feel like you were a little kid again?
Kinda. I mean,
Oh, you were saying something, Megan? Go ahead.
Well, because he said he almost started crying. Like, you did not. Or did you really almost start crying?
Megan, I will show you the video. I
Please do send it to me. Send it to me.
I was
He was
so
on live,
freaking happy.
so-
I was on live. I almost broke into tears. Guys, that shit made me so. I did not think that we're gonna hear his name. Oh my god! 'Cause, look, I'm trying to tell you right now. Remember we were talking about last night in the draft? I'm pushing the agenda. Look at the chat. The chat. I didn't have to say nothing to them. They already know what the vibes is. Listen to me. Right? Listen.
Chomo knows about it.
Look at them. Look at them. We're pushing the agenda. Today is where it begins. Jeff Hardy defeats Roman Reigns and becomes the Universal Champion. Look at the chat. Look, like, come on. You know what the vibe. Mo, you my guy. Look.
Mo. Oh my god. Look at this.
Now we push the
Jeff Hardy for Universal Championship. 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 Jeff Hardy for Universal Championship.
Oh, I
and
want you to
5
look at the
double
writing
emojis.
on the wall.
5
I
double
would like to look
emojis.
at your walls and
Did you see the writing on the wall?
Do you see the writing on each one of your walls in your house separately? Do you see the writing? I see it.
You know what? Here's the thing. Loft.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you,
Yes.
but it might be because I've been looking at a white screen the entire time for about almost 2 hours at this point. I literally might see writing on walls.
That's bad, Phil.
Like I'm seeing shapes right now, and that is not good.
That's really bad. You should...
I think that means that it's almost time to wrap it up.
It's almost time. I don't want to die.
Oh my God, we've been on this for 2 hours.
No.
I don't want to die. Megan's predicting my death. Bro.
Nah, but
Karma's coming for you, bro. I'm just playing.
I knew it. You read my horoscope today. I'm dying.
oh,
Karma's coming. Karma is coming for you, Phil.
oh,
Karma. Karma's coming for you, Phil. Oh God.
yo, Phil is done.
Guys, listen, y'all. Listen, this might be the last time we're gonna see Phil, y'all. This is the last time we're gonna see Phil.
How's your computer?
My computer was fucking up, not gonna lie, before the show. Before the show, it was fucking up.
Oh, that's funny.
That's right, Josh. That's right. Poor me. Poor me.
It's karma, bro. It's just straight up karma.
Poor me.
I'm with just seeing writing on the wall. I can't. My computer's fucked up. I'm about to die thanks to Megan. And guys. But here's the thing. To end it all off, the greatest draft pick of all time happened as the final draft pick. As the final draft pick, this is the greatest draft in the history of sports. As the final draft pick ever in history. Austin Theory is the final draft pick for Friday Night SmackDown. Or, well, for Monday Night Raw, rather. But that's the final draft pick that we saw tonight. Austin Theory, greatest draft pick of all time.
That was wrong. That was
Not better than Hornswoggle's draft pick. I'll tell you that much.
Hornswoggle's getting undrafted.
No, I was talking about back then. He got drafted to Raw or something. I was like, that's
Well, nowadays he's getting undrafted because Hornswoggle is doing his things on whatever the fucking DC he's going to. But yeah, Austin Theory randomly going to Monday Night Raw.
Lof's
Why?
cooking. Lof is cooking.
You let it beep. What do we tell you, Lof? Don't let it beep. And you beep.
What? The man can't eat? Okay, first of all, we can't pray while we're watching football. Now Lof can't eat? What the fuck?
What I do? I didn't even do nothing.
Your microwave beeped.
What are you talking about?
I heard a beep.
Let it be.
Bro, I didn't do anything.
Before
I
it
literally have
beeps.
not moved. You said what, Megan?
Come on now. You're supposed to take it out before it beeps. Like right when it hits 01, you're supposed to stop it and take it out.
There's nothing in there. The honest G.
I heard a beep.
I did too.
I promise you, there's nothing in that microwave.
Then we're hearing things because we're
There's
hearing.
nothing in that. I was gonna
Oh,
put
no,
something in eventually. There's nothing in that microwave right now.
I just
no,
heard a
guys.
beep. So me and Phil are hearing things then.
Go look at the wall.
Oh no,
now.
guys, it's already starting.
Gotta go to the corner. Man.
Phil, Karma's
I see
happening,
writing
bro.
on the walls. I'm hearing things. I'm going to die tonight, y'all. R.I.P. in peace to me.
Phil, it was nice knowing you, buddy. If this is the last
I am
time we're
le-
going to see you, pal.
I am leaving this freaking podcast to y'all. I swear, like, this is...
Lof's
Damn.
taking over. Lof's taking over.
Hornswoggle's in the oven. Yeah, what are you doing? You cooking Hornswoggle in there?
Who's oven?
Hey, yo, don't do that to my homie Hornswoggle. What, are you going
Listen.
to cook El Torito
Listen.
next? What?
Listen, Josh heard a beep too.
Y'all is
So-
tripping.
Are we tripping?
There was a freaking
We heard a beep.
There's nothing
We
in
heard a
there.
beep. We
There was
heard
a
a beep.
freaking beep.
There's something wrong with y'all.
I will
We're not on
fucking go
drugs. We're not
back.
on
No,
drugs.
I'm going back right now.
There's
I'm going
something
back
wrong.
because I am not hearing things.
Go back in the freaking podcast, somebody.
I don't
got
know
it,
what
I
you
got
want me to do.
We are figuring this shit out before we
There's
move
nothing
on
in
to the
the
main event. Because now I also have some shit I need to talk about in this main event. Because this main event
Was stupid.
was terrible.
The
Yeah.
match
And it was all because of one
The
person.
match was good. It was the finish.
It was I don't even know what happened in the match because of this one person. And I'm going to talk about her soon.
Does it involve Megan's girl?
Yes. I'm sorry, but yes.
She's freaking annoying, right?
Dude, I have some shit to say.
Bro,
I have some shit I need to say. And I know Megan's not going to be
mute
happy
my
with
mic so
me.
you can go off, Phil.
Listen, I am literally about to put my friendship with Megan when it comes to Becky Lynch on the line. But I got some shit to say, and I'm going to say it. I will.
Oh God.
I'm going to freaking say it.
I'll pray for you, Phil.
I just hope we can I just hope that we can go past this once all this shit is said and done. But I need to hear that beep first because I know a beep happened. Wow. I heard a beep.
Yo, I did not do anything.
Trying to find it.
I heard a freaking beep.
Ain't no way, boy. Y'all really trying to frame me out here? That's crazy.
Well, Ben, we'll talk about the whole casino. We'll talk about the whole casino ladder match because we did not talk about that in our Rampage stuff. But we'll talk about that as soon as we get off the air tonight.
Okay, I can't find it right now. I'll have to show you guys later.
Listen, we'll find it later off camera and we'll show you because there was a freaking beat.
Boo.
But guys, Megan, I am sorry, but you're gonna have to hear me rant about what Becky Lynch was doing on freaking commentary tonight because it was freaking awful.
Not everyone's gonna like it. There's nothing else I can do. It's Becky. She, I think, is starting to work without a script, and the only way to make people hate her, which is, I think, starting to work, is just not stop talking on commentary. And
I'm not blaming you. I'm not.
And I'm also going to say this: if Bailey does it. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. We heard her tonight. To me, this was just not good.
I told Megan when I first got the chat, it wasn't so much just. It was like the whole Bailey thing. I didn't like Bailey for that. I don't like when you have the heel who's doing the heel thing, but they're like, I'm a heel, and it's like we know. It's like that's what it seemed like. Like her being at the broadcast table was cool. I wasn't mad at that. It was just whoever wrote that down for her to talk throughout the whole match. That's what was annoying me. He was going on the broadcast table and I'm going to beat them. They do it all the time. But the fact that I put some blame on Michael Cole too, because Michael Cole was I kind of want to put more blame on Michael Cole now I think about it, because Michael Cole was asking Becky questions knowing that Becky's going to give a heel answer.
He was egging her on too. Yeah, he was.
You know what? That's it. I'm going to put more blame on Michael Cole. That's tough because
you can't be fully blaming Becky when she just goes in and does her job. She gets a script and she does her job. You can't be doing that. You have to blame creative. It's like this whole thing.
I'm not blaming Becky. I'm not. I am blaming the creative team and Michael Cole, but her being here on commentary completely took me out of the match with Sasha and Bianca. I did not know what happened the entire match because of what Becky was saying on the show. Thoughts on that, Megan? I'm sorry, but
to me that seems like you're trying to blame her for being there and doing her job when creative was the one who told her go out there and do everything in this script.
I know what it sounds like, and trust me, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I possibly can be when it comes to this, but when it comes to this triple threat, you didn't have to have every single person out there to get everything over. she didn't have to show up tonight. It could have just been about Sasha and Bianca. And then if you want to have Becky come out afterwards to assert her dominance over both of them at the end of the show, there you go. That's a perfect way to do it. But you didn't have to have her talk the entire match about random shit that she was saying, like, oh yeah, I've been champion since WrestleMania 35. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. That was just something completely out of left field that did not need to be said.
Creative most likely said that because she has not been beaten since WrestleMania 35, and she never lost the title. So Creative's way thinking, oh, she's still champion because she never lost, and she had to give it to Asuka because she got pregnant.
Yeah, but she was not champion during that time. That was Asuka, so she was not champion all those years for WrestleMania 35 and beyond.
Blame Creative.
I am, but
I don't know who's writing this stuff for her to go out there because God.
I'm good.
Know who in the world is writing this stuff?
I'm good, Josh. It's just the internet, bro. But
it's
I'll be all right.
WWE Creative, but man, she is trying hard to make it work. But it's not translating with me, and obviously I might be the only one.
I told y'all when this first happened, they should just let her go, and they don't let her go, and now it's annoying.
Yeah.
If they just let her go and don't write, hey, let's talk during this whole Bianca and Sasha match, that was freaking good. But they don't do that, and she goes out there and performs the way she's supposed to. But Vince is just, and whoever's writing the script is so stuck on having her force it down. Let her go out there and do what she's doing. Like, she's not stupid.
And comments on this little thread that I'm reading right now, consistently stumbling over her words like she's trying to respond like a heel, was also making it sound super unnatural. But then again, I don't know if that's Becky or if that's Creative making her stumble.
It can't be
Creative.
Becky. That doesn't make any sense.
That's not what Becky does. When she does those promos, or she's on commentary. Trust me, I've been a Becky fan for, I think I'm the longest run of person here. She never freaking stumbles. Does she kind of like repeat one of the words sometimes? Yes, she does, but that's just how she does it. Like, that's how she comes across. But she never stumbles. She doesn't do that. That's Creative.
I hope that's Creative, because if that's literally just her stumbling over her words because she's just trying to figure out what the heck to say.
When Becky does promos, sometimes she goes, now, that's what she does. Like, she repeats like a word once and then twice again. Not what she did on commentary. That's not her.
So what's your entire thoughts on all of this? Is it really just Creative, or is it just Becky being as a force that she's just trying to be when it comes to this heel character?
I mean, like what Loft says, it felt like Bayley just a little bit. And but like I said, it is creative, a little bit creative. But when she cuts like promos, yeah, like Megan says, it totally different book.
I want to be completely fair in saying this. I did not like it when Bayley was doing this either, though. When Bayley was doing this, I didn't like it then either. So it's not. I'm trying to be consistent there in that regard. I'm not just saying, oh yeah, I loved it with Bayley, but I hate it with Becky. I did not like it with Bayley either.
They do it in a way with freaking Charlotte. The only person they don't do it with is Sasha. I just feel like Sasha has something that the three of them don't have, and that's freaking weird. Like, Sasha has something here and here. I think the three of them have it, but just in different ways. Like, Charlotte is better working off the script, I feel like. Becky is better working off the script. Bayley can go either way. I feel like Sasha can do both. So it's like, but then there's times where Sasha seems like she's being unnatural, because when they try to make her a face and they try to have her cut face promo, she sounds like Becky sounded. So it's like, I don't know. It's just
now
really,
Tromill.
I don't know.
There's a term that I like to be calling when it comes to WWE creative. They're creatively bankrupt, and that's exactly what I think of when it comes to this whole Becky Lynch thing. They have been creatively bankrupt since the entire beginning of this heel turn, and I don't know what's going to come next. But, guys, when it comes to this triple threat, Charlotte's already on Friday Night SmackDown. Becky is most likely going to Monday Night Raw because they have to switch to championships. Do we see her lose the title and maybe we can see her stay on SmackDown? Or does she retain at Crown Jewel and take the blue belt over to the red brand and we have to just switching the titles like we did tag team titles last year?
Go ahead.
I honestly don't know. Like, I want her to retain, and I think she will. Just because then she could, like you said before, Phil, why would they have Becky win it just for her to drop it soon?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. She will retain, and she will regain the title she never lost in the first place.
Yeah, so the titles, the swapping of the titles is what you're saying.
Yep.
I could see that, or I don't think that would happen. No, I was gonna say, I could see that, or Charlotte does a Raw Women's Champion match at freaking Raw, and she drops the title and just goes to SmackDown. I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah, that wouldn't work. But
No, because it would have to be against Alexa, and because she's still doing a storyline with Alexa, and Alexa's gone because of sinus surgery.
Yeah, sinus surgery, that is what it is. Yep.
that's why I said it would not work.
Keep in mind, though, guys, these rosters aren't even into effect until after Crown Jewel.
Right.
So we got to keep that in mind, too. What's your thoughts on this, Lop? Switching the titles like the tag team titles last year, or we have a new champion at Crown Jewel?
Before I say, is Charlotte? Do we know who Charlotte's defending the championship against at Crown Jewel yet?
I think it's only
Probably-
the Becky match because last time they had Lacey and Natty face each other, and it was only one woman because they are just now allowing women to wrestle in Saudi. So I think they're only having one women's match.
You're right.
Yeah.
So
Right now, it's only Becky, Bianca, and Sasha, and Roman and Brock.
wow.
Possibly Edge and Seth.
And Edge and Seth, possible. Yeah.
I think they're about
That's
to
a great
put
post.
the title on Bianca and have Becky go and fight Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. I think either Becky.
That wouldn't make sense because Bianca's going to Raw.
None of it has ever made sense.
True.
They
Yeah.
don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense for Becky to retain, but as irrational as they are, and as you already had the little standoff between them there, so we know eventually that's gonna happen in the future. So I imagine they're gonna double back to when Becky gave the title to Asuka when she was pregnant, but that's the only reason why I see Bianca or Sasha taking it off her, and then Becky going to do her thing with Charlotte on Raw. I think they're about to just make a huge package for like Bianca, Becky, and I guess whoever else, and send them to Raw to have a little feud there, because you don't have Charlotte come out and then do what she did. She wasn't needed there tonight. She wasn't. There was no purpose for her to come out there and take Sasha and Bianca out. They are already fighting. They're already trying to push more traffic to Raw, and I think that's what they're gonna do. They're either gonna try to go for Becky winning both belts again, or have Becky drop it at Crown Jewel and then just send her to Raw immediately after. Even though I don't even know how you can do that unless you draft her to Raw on Monday. And
Which would have to be the case.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound right. Like but SmackDown did the exact same thing. So I feel like SmackDown doing that, sending Charlotte over, just pretty much told you that Becky's about to go over. They're doing the switch. They're just gonna try to flip them down.
Do you guys think USA is really trying to push for Becky like Fox did with Charlotte?
I can see that.
They already lost their champion, so I mean,
Yeah, because Fox really wanted Charlotte. Does USA really want Becky?
she's a draw. If they want to draw, you got it right there.
Yeah.
That is the case. Listen, as much as I don't like this Becky Lynch heel turn right now, she is still a draw. So maybe USA does really want her. But guys, that's it. That's it for your Friday Night SmackDown night one of the draft review along with AEW Rampage. One more thing before we go, because we did not talk about this during the AEW Rampage, and I'm glad we're all here to talk about this. I had it all loaded up and ready to go. I just don't know why I did not address it on the AEW portion of the review. Right now, I'm going to be showing you guys a match that is going to be happening this Wednesday on Dynamite. And we have all of the competitors revealed except for the Joker. And this is the Casino Ladder match for a World Championship opportunity down the line. It's a 7-person ladder match with a Joker to be revealed. Now, as we all know, the Joker is usually a surprise entrant for a returning superstar, a debuting superstar, or what have you. Pac, Orange, Cassidy, Andrade, Moxley, Matt Hardy, and Lance Archer, all in the Casino Ladder match with the Joker to be revealed on that night. What's your guys' thoughts on this and the ladder match and prediction on the Joker? Go.
Prediction. I say I want to have I want the Joker. I want to see Hiroshi Tanahashi in AEW.
Hiroshi, okay.
I want Hiroshi to be the Joker. Or no, let me change my mind. Or this could be a return for Hangman.
That's what I was going with.
As a Joker. Yeah, it could be Hangman. It could be Hangman Page. But for my prediction, if Hangman's in this match, I might go for him. But if he's not, then I might have to say Andrade, or possibly Pac.
Okay. Love, what's your thoughts on this ladder match? Who's going to be the Joker and the overall winner of the match?
I think this is where Bray comes back, where Bray debuts.
Okay. So Bray is the Joker for you.
It's a freaking long shot, but I think that's where they're going with this.
And the winner?
Bray, if he debuts, then I assume he wins. But Adam Page is kind of a better way to do it. But as far as my pick goes, I'm gonna just say Bray. I feel like that's what they've been hitting us with haymakers these past few shows. So I mean, why not do this too?
Megan, you want to give it a shot on this, or not really?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. We're fine.
I'm done.
Yeah, we're about to get out of here.
She's like, boring.
My prediction, it's going to be Hangman, and Hangman going to win. But we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday, whenever that comes out. But guys, that's it. We're freaking tired as all hell.
Mm-hmm. I found the beep.
What's that?
I found the beep.
I knew it.
Okay, you ready?
There was a fucking beat.
Listen, here we go.
There was a fucking beat.
But yeah,
Right
You heard
there.
that, Pete?
Yes, that was the beep. Okay, it's very
Go back
quiet.
again. But yeah, Austin Theory randomly going to Monero.
Y'all tripping.
I will send it to you.
You're gonna
I
send
will. We will send proof, bro. Has Megan lied to us?
the beep is not a hallucination, Tromel. All right. But yeah, Austin Theory randomly going to Monero. There's a freaking beep.
I am not crazy. I heard the beep too.
I know. I heard.
Let's
it
get
too,
out of here
so
before
did
things get crazy.
everyone.
We gotta get out of here
Yeah,
before
we'll
things
send
get
it.
insane.
Let's get out of here and we'll send it. I'm your host, Phil. Follow me on TikTok at PhilWaymet. We're gonna get the hell out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for coming to the live. You guys are freaking real MVPs staying on here for 2.5 hours with us. Subscribe, hit the like, and just do all that good stuff. Hit the bell for all notifications, and we'll see you soon. Everybody, do your outros so we can get the hell out of here. We're probably still not going to go to sleep anyway because you know what? That's just how we roll.
Yep. All
Shout out
right.
to
Yeah.
For watching, guys. I will see you guys on Monday.
Yeah. All right, guys. You already know who it is. Don't need no introduction. This draft was lit. A little bit of mixed reactions on certain of them. But the squad is on SmackDown. Hit Row, of course, and then Lost Boy, of course. And we're just gonna wait till Raw. I want AJ. When we wait till Raw, I want AJ on SmackDown. That's my number one. I call for AJ to be on SmackDown. You'll follow me on TikTok. We will see you Monday. We love y'all. Stay safe. We'll pack out. And put on the damn socks. Put on your damn socks.
Hey, listen.
Oh,
Turn the brightness up. Hold on. Hey, listen. I didn't hear a beep, so I'm gonna just say that y'all were hallucinating. You feel me?
I sent you the fucking video. There was a beep.
You are
Oh
tripping.
my gosh, you did. I'm gonna look at that later.
We're going to look at that later, and you guys will be the first to know. All right?
Listen, thank y'all for watching this long behind stream. And I want to thank y'all for literally watching a podcast to where we're freaking arguing for half of it because
About a beep.
about
About
a
a
beep,
beep.
about freaking wrestlers that we like, about you guys watch us damn near tear each other apart, and I freaking love it because
We're about to what?
we're freaking building something here, and I fucking love it. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
what?
and guys, we did the like goal. We got the 10 likes. So
Oh, see,
thank
look.
you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
What?
Thank you.
Long as y'all did your homework, long as you told your loved ones that they're your loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you eat too. I'm about to do that right now. I'm about to.
I knew it. I
Of course you
freaking knew
are.
it.
You're the beep for
See,
crying out
see,
loud.
that was the beep. That was the freaking beep.
I
You were
just put it
making
in
me
my
shoot.
voice, bro. I'm gonna talk to you after class. I'm gonna see you after class.
I'm the proctor of the class. And I'm like,
There
bring it
was.
on. Bring it on.
Okay. I'm turning my camera on for the first time this podcast. There was a fucking beep. I heard that shit.
There was.
Hey,
I heard a motherfucking
Hey.
beep, bro.
I don't know.
How dare you cook hornswoggle off?
Yes.
For real.
Where that came
What
from.
do you?
But I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you
I'll
cook
see
the little
y'all
guy for crying out loud?
on Monday night? Damn Raw, dumbass show.
Oh, and thank you guys so much for letting us hit 220 subscribers. Great
That's
stuff. On the road to 3K. Well, on the road to 300. 3K will come soon too, but on the road to 300.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But guys, that's it. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll back out, y'all.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Everybody's freaking tired. Everybody's angry because there's a beep. Apparently that didn't happen, but it did. And
We the
George,
ones.
you want me to get in trouble?
Oh, y'all
Don't
put your ones up. We the
you? I'm
ones.
not telling him
We the ones.
that.
Oh, y'all put your ones up right now. I want.
Yes,
all y'all
put your ones
up.
everybody's spam
We
Jeff
the
Hardy in the chat too.
We the ones. What?
Everybody spam Jeff Hardy in the chat.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We the ones. You
Yeah.
not the ones.
Here he comes. Look at his face.
Hardy,
Handsome face.
Hardy.
I'm sorry.
Hardy. Yeah.
I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see shit. I don't see shit.
It's mainly just
see shit.
spamming Hardy. But there's Josh.
Nope.
There he is.
No, I don't see
sorry,
nothing.
There's
but
Mo.
knowing WWE, Hardy will get that title opportunity, but they will screw him over.
I'm telling you. Thank you.
We the
Thank
ones.
you. We're telling you.
Megan doesn't see the right.
Thank you. Just not listening. Like we have to let the man dream. We have to let the man dream, though.
Look at your
Look at your wall, Saul.
Look at the wall.
I'm not tripping.
No, I'm not.
Hashtag
Hey,
Roman losing at WrestleMania.
This comes from the guy
He's
that
not
didn't hear
losing at WrestleMania. He's not. But guys, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Don't you see the writing on the wall? We'll see you later. Peace.